Today, we're going to show you how to replace the running light on older models of Chevy Tahoes and GMC Suburbans. As you can see, the light on the left is the one that we will be replacing. The replacement bulb that we will be using is a Slovenia 4114. These bulbs can be found at most auto parts stores or online. First thing to do is pop open the hood of your vehicle. The next step is to remove the headlight housing from the side of the vehicle that we'll be working on. You need to remove this headlight because the housing for the running light is directly below it and it makes it almost impossible to take out if the headlights are still in place. As you can see, to remove this, there are two pins. You simply grab and pull it to the side on both ends and then simply pull it straight up out of place and that will release the headlight. Put these pins aside and make sure you keep them in a safe place. Last thing you want to do is lose them. Okay, with the pins now removed, you can now work the headlight housing out of the vehicle. It may take a little bit of time, don't force anything, just gently guide it out and it'll eventually come out on its own. With the headlight now free from the vehicle, we can see the running light that we're going to be replacing. I'm pointing to it right here, but it's still a ways down, so first we gotta do is take off this headlight completely. To remove the headlight, all we have to do now is just disconnect the wiring from the lights that are on this piece. So each of these lights, they just have a little hook that is attached to the back of it. Simply lift it up and then the plug will be free and you can just pull it out of place. Do this on both of them and then your headlight should be completely free and you can go ahead and set it off to the side. Now to get down into the running light housing, there's going to be one little tab you need to push. This one right here, just push it in and then you should be able to pull out the housing completely. So as you see, we push it in and the whole thing just pops right out. Now for this one, we don't need to disconnect all of the wires. We are really just going to focus on the one light that we need to replace. To remove this light, there's one little tab that you're going to push in and then once it's being pressed in, you're going to take it and just rotate it counterclockwise. This will release the light bulb and then you can slowly pull it out and then you'll have access to the bulb that needs to be replaced. This bulb was a little tricky to remove as it seems that some of the plastic had melted together, so be very careful when pulling it out. And also, when you're removing the dead bulb, I recommend using gloves just in case something were to break, you don't get it all over your hands. And then just gently wiggle it out of place. This one was a little tough again, part of it has melted in there. So we just gently pull it out and go ahead and discard our old bulb. Okay, now that the old bulb has been removed, we're going to go ahead and take our new one and just insert it into the socket. It's really simple, it's just one slit up and down, just go ahead and push it in there. I would recommend pushing on the plastic base and not on the top of the bulb itself as to avoid breaking it. As you can see, we push on the sides, it clicks in, and then we just give it a one little tap on the top just to make sure we're good to go, and it is all secure. Now before reassembling everything, I would recommend checking it. So here we're turning our car on, put it in drive, and we can see that it's shining bright and good to go. When putting the socket back into the housing, you want to make sure that you reinsert it just as you took it out. There's going to be little grooves inside the housing that you want to make sure they align, and then once you do, simply turn and twist it until it locks back into place. Okay, with the bulb in, now it's time to put the whole housing back into the vehicle. As you can see, that one little tab, we need to make sure we get back into that slot so it locks into place. So see, push it in, it clicks, we're good to go. Okay, now it's time to reconnect our top headlight. Super simple, just grab your plugs and just snap them back onto place. Shouldn't take too long, just make sure not to break off those little latches that are on the plugs. Once everything is reconnected, go ahead and just wiggle that headlight back into place in the vehicle. And then we're going to grab our pins. We're going to align the pins with each side. One side of the pin is flat, so you might have to readjust. But simply stick the pin in and then rotate to the side till it locks into that little latch. And here's the flat side I'm talking about right here. This one, we're going to put it towards the vehicle so it's facing us. Going to drop it in and then rotate it till it clicks into place. And that is how you replace the running light. Thanks for watching.